This plant is called Italian lords and ladies. The scientific name is Arum italicum. It's a kind of lily, Arum, and it doesn't have a showy flower, but it has in summer and fall a spike of bright orange berries that are very attractive and can poison children and dogs. So we don't really want it at the entrance to a popular park. And you don't want it in your yard because even though it seems like a pretty and harmless weed, it will eventually explode and take over your yard. Controlling it, one thing I won't show here is that if you get to the point of having that spike of first green and then orange berries, you want to at least be sure to cut that off and bag it up. Don't put it in your home compost. You can put it in your hot green waste that your city takes away. If you put it in your home compost, you will have plants everywhere. Now, when you're digging it out, which you hope is in the early spring when the soil is wet, but you can really do this at any time, you have to dig pretty deep because this plant has a big rhizome, something like a bulb. And you want to start a little distance away from the plant because the rhizome goes off to the side. You don't want to be cutting off the rhizome when you're digging. So you can use any tool that gets deep. This is called a hori-hori, a soil knife. And I'm prying, and I may not have gotten deep enough, so I'm going to go over to this side because I was having trouble getting deep, but now over here I can get much deeper. So I'm going to try again and hope that I get that rhizome. But often I do fail, and if you fail, don't beat yourself up. You're not going to get these all the first time. You're going to be working on this for years to really get rid of them. So let's see what we've got. It looks as if the rhizome must be about there, but it's not free yet. So something is stopping me. I don't know what. By the way, I'm not really good at this. Others are better. Let's see. Okay. Now, I'd like you to look closely. You can see that the rhizome goes off to one side and it has a lot of little brown bumps on it. Earlier in the year, those would have been pink. Each one of those can make a new plant, right? So it's very important that when I get this out, I not let those little balls wander around and immediately put it into a bag. You'll also find plants that are so small that the leaves aren't variegated, don't have those white stripes, and sometimes even big ones don't have the stripes. If they're growing with the other ones, it's safe that they are Italian lords and ladies. So you will learn to recognize these, and fortunately they're usually pretty easy to dig out when they're small like this. But here, I'm right on top of a root of this big tree, so I don't know if I'll be able to get it. Let's see. I think I got them. Yes. And these probably haven't started new plants yet. But sometimes, especially if I break it, I fish around in the soil and I see, well, is there more here that I could pick up? So I'm not feeling it. But sometimes I do that if I think there's more.